makes sense that this was going to be the time where they did it because you needed the Sixers to at least be back in their series. I kind of thought it would be last night, but they weren't going to do it over the weekend. They weren't going to do it during the draft. The NBA's smart. They have self-awareness. They know that you're going to bury the important story for your league when the NFL draft is going on.
Yeah, no doubt. I knew that it was going to be tonight just because TNT wants to announce it. It is a little weird that it's not during a Sixers game, but it doesn't really matter considering that Joel Embiid's not playing. So,
well, he's doubtful. Maybe there's a chance. Now he's going to be motivated, get back out there after winning MVP. No, he's probably not going to play.
Yeah.
The NFC sucks. Like, the NFC is just...
It really does.
It's the Eagles by far and away the best team. The 49ers I'd put after that only because you got to figure out what goes on with Brock Purdy. Is he going to start week 1? Is he going to look as good as he did? I believe that he's the greatest quarterback of all time, Trista, as you know. But I need to actually see that out there.
Have to see that.
But then it's I feel like it's a big drop-off in probably your Cowboys. It's the third best team.
You think Brock Purdy's a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
No, but I think the 49ers have a better roster.
For sure, absolutely.
I'm talking about teams, not quarterback situation.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say for sure.
And then, I mean, who are we putting after the Cowboys? Who's the 4th best team in the NFC?
Maybe the Giants.
Is it the Seahawks?
Maybe the Seahawks.
It might be the Seahawks.
Maybe the Seahawks.
If Geno Smith plays the way he did the first half of last season.
Yeah, but I think the Giants could beat the Seahawks.
They could, with Saquon Barkley running like he did last year.
And Darren Waller's there. Darren Waller's, he's healthy. It's insane.
You just need Daniel Jones to not turn the ball over, and he's gotten better at it.
He's got a lot better.
It's still, I mean, the quarterback situation there is still an issue, but it's got to be Cowboys and then Seahawks or Giants, right?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know the answer because like last night was a 10-minute stretch in the second half, Nick and Trista, where you're doing the no. Yes. It's the Harden show. It's the Harden show for 10 straight minutes. I mean, I tweeted out at one point, had nothing to do with my Tobias over on his points prop at all, but I was like, we're paying Tobias Harris $185 freaking million. The dude hasn't touched the ball for 10 straight minutes. He hasn't touched it. He's getting cardio in. That's all he's doing. And Harden went off. He was playing hero ball, and the shots were going in. So it's all good for last night, but it's not going to happen 2 games in a row. They just need to move the ball. They need a better identity offensively. You need to be the pace was good, but I think you need to get the ball out of your hands if you're James Harden. Move without the ball if you're the Sixers, and let 2 or 3 guys touch it before you take a shot. It's corny and relatively basketball 101 answer, but I think that's the reality.
All right, so are they a threat to come out of the East? That's a very firm I don't know. But the interesting part of this to me, from a gambling perspective, is the numbers. I was on with Trista and PJ a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about the Kings-Warriors series, and it was either before it started or it was really early, and the Kings had the short series lead. And PJ was really skeptical about the idea that the Kings could beat the Warriors. I was really bullish on the Kings. No context, PJ was right and I was wrong. But the argument that I made is, dude, this number is so far off. It's so bad. You have to put money down on the Kings position because you have so many options down the road. And what I ended up doing is taking Kings on the series line to win at plus 210. And then I also had Kings plus 1.5. So if they lost in 7, I was going to hit that second leg. That gives me hedge potential to bet Golden State outright in Game 7. These are all of the things you have to think about setting up if you're a really good gambler in the futures market. The reason I bring any of that up is to point out that right now, the Miami Heat, right now, at this moment, with a road win in their pocket in the second round of the playoffs and no deadly-looking team in the East, they're 20-1 right now in the championship market. I have no idea if the Heat can win the NBA championship this year. It seems dicey even if Jimmy Butler wasn't hurt. But when you have numbers that are this bad based on the fundamentals of where a team is, you get in there, you take the position on the championship, or you take the position on the Eastern championship, the conference championship, and then you figure it out later by moving off of it or taking better positions off of the back of that you set up initially.
If you look at Offensive Rookie of the Year, Bijan Robinson's the favorite at 3-1. Going down to Atlanta and then an offense that already likes to run the football, he could have a monster season. And running backs, like Ezekiel Elliott as an example, can lead the league in rushing as a rookie. Bryce Young's at 5-1. C.J. Stroud plus 650. Jackson Smith and Jigba 7-1. Jahmyr Gibbs is 9-1. Anthony Richardson 9-1, and that's where you get all the single digits right there. But these are going to move a lot. So really, what you have to say is, do I think that price going to get better, more beneficial to me, where I can jump on it, or is this the best that it's going to be, and it's worth tying up some of that money there?
Yeah, I mean, and think about this: we thought Micah Parsons was going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and he was right in it for a really long time. And then that's the time where you maybe 2 months left in the season, you look at whoever's like the secondary guy. We did this for Malcolm Brogdon.
Yep.
We've done this for Nick Claxton. And so I wouldn't do that until like maybe a month or two left to go. I don't want to have my money tied up for that long.
Hadn't looked at that recently, but I know we've got some information on it, so I'm going to look it up real quick and just kind of see where we're at on it.
The one thing I know is even if you don't have it right in front of you, you've got it somewhere. So.
Oh, I've got it here. I've got it. It's in front of me, and this is actually again from BetMGM, and this is just from yesterday, so reasonably fresh. Right now, it looks like you, if I'm looking at it right, it looks like you got Nikola Jokic, the favorite, at 7-1 ish. I'm not seeing. I don't know if you guys are popping that up on the screen right now because I'm looking at my own screen, but. Oh, geez, you got Jason Tatum up there as well.
Yeah,
so Jokic is just a big mover.
Plus 310.
Yeah, and that's why they mentioned Jokic because he was with BetMGM because he's been a bigger mover. Mm-hmm. But highest handle at this point, this is from BetMGM, highest tickets, I should say, from BetMGM. You got Booker, Jokic, and Embiid. The most money, Booker, Curry, and Jokic. Biggest liability, Murray, which is interesting.
Wow.
That means they're getting enough money at a little bit longer odds potentially. Murray is the biggest liability, and this is for BetMGM Digital, just to clarify a little bit. Great, and like 85 to 90% of the business BetMGM does is digital, mobile and online, but doesn't include retail. Just to be clear there. Murray, the biggest liability, followed by Booker, followed by Jokic. So they wouldn't necessarily mind seeing the favorite in this case, seeing Jason Tatum. And the Celtics get moving and win that award. Steph Curry isn't, it doesn't, I guess at this point, Steph Curry's not a bad result. Well, he could be. He's got a lot of handle, but he's not one of the top three liabilities.
I need the Knicks to look. I only need them to win by a point, man. But I'm just seeing things unraveling right in front of me right now. But this series as a whole, how surprised were you, Miami taking Game 1, and how much? Oh my God! Did Duncan Robinson just hit a three?
Yeah, no, he did.
Oh my God, it's a 3-point game.
Oh my goodness.
I can't do the show until this is done. Trista, talk to Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
I can't take this right now.
Oh my gosh, this is unreal.